So I've gotten a few questions about problem 59 on page 274. So here's our original polynomial. Here's they're telling us this is a zero, so let's factor this zero out of here. And by factor, I mean we are going to use synthetic division. So I pull those polynomials. There's my x cubed, x squared, x, and x to the 0. And I do the synthetic division. Remember, bring it down, multiply, and just keep doing that. Add. So 2 multiply. Add, that's a -5, multiply, -15, 0. Good, so that remainder of 0 lets me know that that is a 0 for this polynomial. In other words, this isn't necessarily part of the problem, but I want to make this connection. This, x minus 3, since this is a 0 for this, and it's a 0 for that, this is a factor of that. I could factor that out of that. In fact, that's what I did here. And now let's think about what's left. This was x cubed divided by just an x to the first. So this will be x squared. So this is x squared plus 2x minus 5. I want to find some zeros for that. So I can work to try and factor this. I'm not going to get there. Factor is a -5 that added 2. There's no rational numbers that work. So think about how do you solve quadratics. If you can't factor it, you got to use quadratic formula. So -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. All right, and now time for a little bit of arithmetic. -2 plus or minus square root of, this is a 4. -4 times 1 times -5 is positive 20. All over 2. Let me keep working on this one. -2 plus or minus square root. 20 plus 4 is 24. That's all over 2. And I'm still at it. -2 plus or minus over 2. Square root of 24. 24 is what? 4 times 6? Yep. So square root of 4 times square root of 6. Square root of 4 is 2. And since everything is divided by 2 here, like that 2 is divided by, that -2 is divided by 2, and that 2 is divided by 2. I'm going to divide them both out. So this is going to be -1 plus or minus root 6. So those are my other two zeros. Right? We could approximate them with a decimal, but they're irrational. So we're going to write them this way to show that that's them. All right, I hope that helps.